Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of our article, and it's called Having Foresight. Now, before we begin, Shane,
yes.
What does it mean when I say having foresight?
To have foresight, for kind of means before. Sight, we know, is about seeing things.
Okay.
So it's kind of being able to see things before they happen. So it's kind of like knowing what's going to happen in the future. You're kind of good. Well, the question would be, are you good or are you not good at kind of knowing what's going to happen into the future, looking into the future, maybe planning for it, because you kind of have an idea of what the future looks like. So for example, maybe you're going to choose a career and you know that, okay, AI is very big right now. So maybe if some of you are choosing what career am I going to do? And then you told me AI, I'd say, wow, you have some pretty good foresight because that's probably going to be something that's going to be big in the future.
Exactly. So you kind of plan for your future accordingly, right?
Right. Do you consider yourself someone who has good foresight?
I would say so because I'm always afraid that something might happen and that I might not be prepared for it. So because of that, because of my fear, I always try to prepare and get myself ready for anything that is going to happen. How about you? Do you think you are someone that has good foresight?
I think also I'm basically like you. Yeah.
Really? So you're like a planner too?
I wouldn't say necessarily a planner, but I think that I'm pretty good at looking into the future and knowing how do I prepare myself for it.
Really?
Yeah.
So I guess we're very similar in that sense, eh?
That's pretty good. Well, let's get into today's lesson. Let's learn a little bit more about what having foresight really means.
All right.
There are many valuable skills people should develop to be successful. A big one is foresight. In simple terms, that's the ability to see what'll happen in the future. However, there's more to foresight than that. When you have foresight, you can correctly judge what's likely to happen in the future. On top of that, you plan actions for the possible results.
Okay, so we're looking at having foresight, part 1. And I think that you are going to start.
That's right. Let's get into the article. There are many valuable skills people should develop to be successful. And that is definitely true. When you say some valuable skills, that means the stuff that you need to learn throughout your life. That's going to help you become successful. Maybe you need some money managing skills in order to manage your money, know how to save.
Time management skills.
Exactly. That's another big one. In order to be successful, you also need to know how to manage your time. There are many skills that we all need to develop or learn.
So this one is a pretty important one, right? So a big one is foresight. In simple terms, well, of course we want to keep it simple, right? That's the ability to see what will happen in the future.
That means everyone will have a crystal ball.
Like you have a little crystal ball and you're like, that's what's going to happen in the future? Wow. If you knew what was going to happen in the future, you would be so rich. Right?
That's true, but that's not going to happen. That's not the kind of foresight we are talking about.
Yeah, but foresight, it is really about your ability to kind of almost place yourself into the future and think, what is things going to be like in the future so I can prepare for them?
That's right.
Right. All right, so we have a phrase here. In simple terms, right? We're talking about something, obviously, it's going to do something to do with simple. So what this means is to explain something using easy, or we would say simple words so that everyone can understand it.
That's right. And it's important to put things in simple terms because what's the point of explaining something when no one understands you?
Yeah, so for like a perfect example sentence you're probably familiar with, the teacher explained the rules of the game in simple terms.
That's right.
Because if it's too complicated, then no one understands and that's no fun.
Exactly, and no one will be able to play the game.
All right, well, let's go to Tina and we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tina. 今天我们来聊聊拥有前瞻力。人们应该培养许多宝贵的能力以获得成功，其中关键的一项是前瞻力。简单来说，就是预见未来会发生什么事的能力。那这里有一个文法重点 ，in simple terms， 简单来说 ，term 指的是话语、术语。我们来找2个例句哦。The teacher explained gravity in simple terms to the students. 老师以简单用语向学生解释地心引力。Gravity 就是地心引力。下一个例句 In simple terms, Owen failed the math test because he didn't study. 简单来说 ，Owen 因为没读书而数学考试不及格。接着我们回到课文当中。
Thank you, Tina. And now we are back. Okay, let's go back to our article.
Okay.
However, there's more to foresight than that. Definitely. I think there's more to just seeing into the future, right? Because you can't really just see in the future.
No one knows what's going to happen definitely in the future, right?
No one has a crystal ball.
Right. Okay, so let's find out. When you have foresight, you can correctly judge what's likely to happen in the future. It's kind of like what I said, right? It's really just about looking into the future and kind of guessing like what's going to happen. Okay, likely, or what's likely to happen. So likely is an adjective. It means there is a strong chance that something will happen or it is expected to be true.
That's right.
It's similar to saying probably.
Exactly. An example sentence would be, if dark clouds are in the sky, it is likely to rain. That means there's a good chance that it will rain, right?
Right, exactly.
All right. Okay, let's continue. On top of that, you plan actions for the possible results. So basically, you kind of plan things, right? You plan things to happen and then what you're going to do for the possible results. Something that's going to happen, that is the result, right? And then you kind of plan for it. What are you going to do to get yourself ready for it? And prepare yourself for the future.
Yeah, it's really about 准备, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you want to look into the future so that you can prepare yourself for the future.
Exactly.
Okay, let's hand this off to Tina and we'll be right back.
课文提到前瞻力不只是预测未来而已。拥有前瞻力的人不仅能够正确判断未来可能发生的情况，还能为可能的结果做好行动规划。这可是很棒的一个能力哦。我们来看看课文提到的单字 likely 形容词，有可能的。Maria is likely to win the contest. Maria 有可能赢得比赛。文法的部分 on top of that 除此之外，意思相近于 besides, in addition 等等。比如说 Peter missed the bus. On top of that, he forgot his lunch. Peter 错过公车，除此之外，他还忘了带午餐。接着我们回到课文当中。
Thank you, Tina. And now we are back. Okay, so from our article so far, we know that it's an important skill to have if you have foresight, right? You're able to kind of see what's going to happen in the future and you can plan actions according to the results, right?
Let's take this test right now.
Okay.
How much foresight do you have, students? Do you know there's a part 2? You should. So you should have the foresight to know that we're going to be back after we take a short break.
That's right.
Okay, so let's do that.
Picture this. A big tech company is moving to your area. You don't complain. Instead, you sense a need for more housing and take action. That's having foresight.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, friends.
So, before our break, we were talking about how it's a really important skill to have foresight. Because if you have foresight, then you are able to plan your actions for the future. And then you can correctly judge what's going to happen. But how do we really use this skill? How do we apply it?
Okay. Let's get into the article.
All right.
Picture this.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Picturing this. A big tech company is moving to your area.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine that. A big tech company, we'll say it's kind of like Google or something. They're moving into your area. It means that they're going to start business, maybe build a big building. They're going to be coming to your area, to your neighborhood where you live.
That's
okay?
right.
All right, so when we say picture, this is a verb. It means to imagine something or to create a movie or photo of it in your mind. So an example sentence of picture would be, before you go to sleep, try to picture a beautiful beach with blue water.
Sometimes I do that. Yeah, and then I can fall asleep really quickly because you kind of feel calm.
That's like your happy spot.
Yes, and then you feel like you're at the beach. All right.
Good
And
example.
another word that we're looking at, we're talking about big tech company, right?
Yeah.
So tech, that is a noun. Tech is a short, informal word for technology. It refers to tools, machines, software, and methods created using science to solve problems, make tasks easier, or entertain us. Examples include computers, smartphones, video games, and robots. An example sentence is, she wants to work in tech when she grows up, maybe designing apps. Now, I would say that she has foresight.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, because apps are going to continue to become more and more popular, I think, as time goes on. So let's go to Tina first, and we'll be right back.
同学们，我们来想象一下，一家大型科技公司要搬到你居住的地区哦。我们来看看单字 picture。picture 动词就表示想象。Rachel tried to picture living abroad next year. Rachel 试着想象明年住在国外的生活。Tech 名词科技，它就是 technology 的简称。David joined the tech team at the new company. David 加入了新公司的科技团队。接着我们回到课文当中。
Thank you very much, Tina. So remember, this big tech company has moved into your area. So what do you do? Like, how do you have foresight?
Okay, let me tell you, you don't complain. You don't just complain about, oh no, this big tech company is coming to our area, taking over the land. Instead, you sense a need for more housing and take action.
Oh.
That's having foresight.
So maybe you are somebody like who builds apartment buildings, and you know there's going to be lots of new people here because a new tech company needs employees.
Exactly.
These employees need somewhere to live. So you start building more housing.
Exactly.
And then you start making some money. That's foresight. I like that. So sense. What does this mean to sense something? It means to feel or understand something without being told, often using your emotions or your body. An example sentence, I can sense that it is going to rain because the air feels cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the air feels cold
Did
and
you
then
feel
we'll
that?
start.
That drop?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but right now let's go to Tina first and we will be right back.
Okay.
我们继续回到刚刚那个想象，一家大型科技公司要搬到你居住的地区，你没有抱怨，反而是察觉到住房需求的增加，然后采取行动，这正是拥有前瞻力的表现。我们来看单字 sense 动词，感觉到、察觉到。Grace sensed that Kevin was hiding something from everyone. Grace 察觉到 Kevin 向大家隐瞒了什么。接着我们回到课文当中。
Thank you, Tina. And now we are back. Okay, so from our article, so far we talked about how important it is to have foresight. And we gave you also an example of what having a foresight means, right? And how to apply your foresight skills, right?
Right, and you can see why somebody, like if you're into business or things like that, you kind of look forward. A tech company's company, you predict, you kind of start to prepare. I can look into the future and see there's going to be a need for something like they said housing. And if there's a need for housing, then you'll take the right action, which is probably to build some housing, build apartments for these people to live in. So this is a real good example of what foresight is.
Exactly.
All right, why don't we go ahead and review the article again? And don't worry, we still have tomorrow. Okay? So we'll see you then.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
There are many valuable skills people should develop to be successful. A big one is foresight. In simple terms, that's the ability to see what'll happen in the future. However, there's more to foresight than that. When you have foresight, you can correctly judge what's likely to happen in the future. On top of that, you plan actions for the possible results. Picture this. A big tech company is moving to your area. You don't complain. Instead, you sense a need for more housing and take action. That's having foresight.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，likely 形容词有可能的 ，picture 动词想象 ，tech 名词科技 ，sense 动词感觉到、察觉到。接着我们来看文法 ，in simple terms 简单来说 ，What does that mean in simple terms？ 简单来说，那是什么意思 ？In simple terms。If you don't pass the test, you failed the class. 简言之，如果你没通过考试，这堂课就会被当掉。On top of that, 除此之外 Dora was late to work. On top of that, she forgot her laptop. Dora 上班迟到了，此外，她还忘了带笔电。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
I thought you were really tired and ready to go to bed.
I am, but I thought I'd have a little nightcap before bed.
Nightcap? You mean like the little hat that you wear to sleep? But that's wine. It's not a cap.
No, a nightcap could also mean a small drink before going to bed.
Okay, I suppose it can help you wind down before sleep, doesn't it?
Exactly. It works wonders. You can try a little if you want.
Hi everyone, today we'll be discussing the term nightcap.
Right, and we're not talking about the hat you wear to sleep, but a small drink you have just before going to bed.
Usually it's an alcoholic beverage like wine in the skid or whiskey or warm liqueurs.
It's believed to help you relax and sleep more comfortably.
Here's an example sentence. He likes to have a nightcap while reading before going to bed.
Or, I had a nightcap right after dinner to unwind after a long day.
Nightcaps can feel relaxing, but research shows alcohol can actually disturb sleep. So it's better to enjoy them in moderation.
Absolutely. And that's all for today.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.